Welcome back to OneStopTutorials.com. Let's keep moving forward, and what we want to do now is this recipe of the month section. Okay, so let's get straight onto it. What I want to do is you want to find the end of the div. We want to make sure we're still inside of this section here. Okay, so just click on that div there, and it will show you, it will highlight it in the code view. You just want to be still inside of this div here. Okay, now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a div class, because we're going to definitely repeat this, and I'm actually going to make a recipe wrap. Okay, I'm actually going to put a wrap around the whole of this recipe of the month section. Okay, so I'm going to put a wrap around it. Then I'm going to have to bring in that green bar at the top, so div class, and I'm going to call this recipe underscore content. Let's close that baby up, and inside of that recipe content we've got that text. Remember, it was an H3, and this is header. This is the header section. Header. Let's close that. Okay, now outside of the recipe content, this is the recipe content here, but inside of the recipe wrap we need to now add that green border section. So div class, and I'm going to call this recipe underscore content underscore bg. I'm going to close that, and inside of that, this is where most of the information is going. Inside of this recipe content bg, we need to do the actual p tag, and this is some text. Let's close the p. Now underneath that, if you have a look at the original here, we've just done this green section here, we've done the H3, we've just done the text. Now we need to do the image section. Okay, that's going to be a div of its own, so let's make again div class, and let's call that image1. Let's close that there. And what else do we need? We're going to need one more div class, and this is going to be called text recipe. Let's close that, and inside of that text recipe is going to be a link that's going to basically take them to the next page. So we need to make a link, href, and let's close that, and let's put link text, and we're going to close the A. And there we go, we have done our HTML, and here it is. Here is our wrap, here is our green section where it's going to be. This is the whole of that content with the border. There's the text, and there's the link. Let's get stylizing. Okay, first thing I want to do is call upon the recipe underscore wrap. What do I want to do with this? I want to make sure this is float left. The reason we want to float it left is, if you look at the original here, we want to have it that we have the whole of this section here to the left, because if we didn't float it left, it means when we duplicate this, it will carry on duplicating it downwards. We want to float it left, so when we duplicate this, it moves over to the next section here. Okay, hope you sort of get that. So float left. I want to do a margin, and I want to put a 10 pixels at the top. So it's going to move it down 10 pixels, 5 pixels to the right, I want any at the bottom, and I want 25 pixels at the left, pushing it right. I want to specify the width of the wrap, which is going to be 211 pixels, and the actual height is going to be set to auto. There we go, recipe wrap is formatted. Now let's do the top green bar section. Okay, just going to copy and paste that, recipe content. And what do we want here? We want to, let's bring in the background image, which is that green bar, background URL, and this is called, let me come down, where is it? Top bar content under. I want a no repeat, I don't want this repeating at all. Next thing I want to specify is the width of it, and it's going to be 211 pixels, and the height is going to be, what was the height? I think it was 37 pixels. We can always come in and change it. So that's the recipe content. We might as well do the recipe content H3 tag while we're here, which is that text, which is going to be the header, remember, inside of the green bar. So recipe underscore content H3. Let's do some basic font stuff. Font family, Arial. Font sizes, let's make it 14 pixels. Color is going to be, come on Ali, spell color correct. Color is going to be 000. What else do I want? Let's put a bit of padding. I want to put 6 pixels padding at the top, 0 to the right, 0 to the bottom, and I'm going to put 13, and let's just put 10 pixels to the left. Okay, that should look good, and let's just quickly specify margin 0 pixels. So that's the recipe content H3. Next we want to do the content BG, so I'm just going to copy this and I'm going to paste that, and we want to do underscore BG. Now what's happening here is we know the whole width is 211 pixels. We're going to add a 1 pixel green to the left, 1 pixel border green to the right. Let's make that 209 pixels. The height is going to be auto. And now we just need to add that borders, and we can basically copy that from this one here. Let's just copy, Control or Command C, come down here, Control or Command V, and that's done that section there. So let's have a look and see how we're doing here. As you can see, everything's looking good. Let's format the P text, which is here, and it's inside of the recipe content BG. So recipe content BG, Control or Command C, and I'm going to paste that in, remembering it's a P tag. I'm going to get rid of all this, we don't need that, and I'm just going to take the H3 content again because it's pre-written and I'm trying to save time here. I'm going to make this 12 pixels, and that should be I'm just going to make this all 0 to start with. Font size, do you know what I might do? Font weight normal, and in the H3 actually I might make font weight bold. Okay, let's have a look how we're looking. There's our text, there's a boldness. Now we need to format the actual image. Okay, we got an image 1 here, so coming back again, it's a class image 1. What do I want to do? Basically want the background image, which is that cake. I think it's this one here, cake. Okay, no repeat. Okay, let's specify the width of it, which is width, I think it's 189 pixels, and the height is 164 pixels. And let's do margin 0 pixels, padding 0 pixels. Okay, I could actually do, in fact, let me change that. Let me change that margin 0 space auto. I want that to be center aligned in our section. There it is. This is some text, and this is our link. Let's quickly format our link. I apologize on the actual speed I'm going here, but I'm only allowed 10 minutes and we need to keep moving forward. So the actual A is inside of the text recipe. Okay, so let's come to the we haven't actually specified that div yet, so let's do that now. Text underscore recipe. Okay, and for the text recipe, okay, let me just show you quickly just so you can see. This is the we're going to have a text recipe, this section here. Okay, it's going to have, we need to put it in this white bar here. Okay, so we want to do text recipe, and I want to make sure I have padding top of, let's say something like 130 pixels, and let's do padding left of 10 pixels. Okay, let's have a quick look, and it's disappearing here. It looks like it's not actually inside the correct div. Okay, what you want to do is you want to make sure that the text recipe, so div class text recipe all the way down to there, Control X, make sure it's actually inside of the div class image 1. Okay, and you'll see what I mean. There is our text. Okay, so that's it for this tutorial. I've run out of time. I tried to do it as fast as I could, but ran out of time. But in the next tutorial, we're going to finish this off. We're going to duplicate it, and we're going to keep you guys and girls moving. Take it easy, everyone. Catch